We at my house, people.
Patreon.
We in
Hell
my
yeah.
kitchen.
It's just a
We in my kitchen because guess who's back, bitches?
Oh,
I broke the chair.
shit! Again?
It's shoved up my ass.
No, you better not have broke the chair.
Fucked up real bad.
You broke this chair.
I know.
You broke 2 of my chairs.
They were ready for a break. I'll call my wife. She'll buy you some more. I've come back and I'm breaking things as I go.
Welcome to my kitchen, everybody. We've got the one and only Olli Eldrick back with us.
We have the lovely.
Oh, I
Mr.
guess.
Alex
Oh, we
Lins.
got to get the
Yeah.
format back.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
in the chorus show, I've got the lovely Mr. Alex Lins.
What if I want to stay the main host?
Combat my personality. Let's see how this works.
And I'm Olli Eldrick.
Let's do a poll. Adam
In the
might decide who gets
In the
to
produced
say.
chair, we have the wonderful Mr. Dallas Outsider.
Hello, I'm Dallas Outside.
And in, I guess, the permanent special guest, we have Too True Will Wallace.
Yeah, I guess my role as not Ollie is out of the window now.
We've now seen them in the same room together, so we now can confirm that Will Wallace is not Olli.
I like the idea that I wish we had a bigger fan base of we could have seen Reddit discussions of being. No, I just like the idea of Reddit discussions being like, do they hate Ollie? Is he in prison or something?
Yeah.
I want to see the spurious rumors about our conflicts.
Will is the cast shadow of Olli Eldrick on the cave.
More like the cave.
Plato's allegory of the Everything Else podcast.
Schrodinger's Englishman.
Well, I've been in England, been back home for a few months, seeing some family, seeing some friends, and drinking a lot of lovely cask ale and bitter. But I brought back with me various goodies.
Ooh,
that we
got
can
us
see
English
before.
snacks.
I tried to grab as many of the most quintessential snacks possible. Some of these are not my favorite. Some of these are potentially a little safe. I tried to go for a couple of good pulls.
yeah.
For things that people would be like, "Oh, you got this! Oh, that's great!" kind of thing.
So we're gonna be
I
trying
am
English
not
snacks.
well versed in British.
I will
snacks
give as much history as I
enough.
can. I should have researched some of these things beforehand. But
Oh, wait,
Are
you
these
mean
called-
you didn't sit on Wikipedia while you were in the bathroom so you could make conversation when you came out? That's very out of character for you.
So are these called crisps?
so
Since they're
We'll get into this. We'll
Yeah,
get into
So
this.
they can't be. They can't be called crisp because they're not potato chips.
yeah,
What we would
that's
call
the thing.
potato chips.
They're in the crisp realm, but again, you fall into the same thing. They're snacky bits.
That's
They're-
like calling a Cheeto a crisp.
Yeah, exactly. But they are served sort of
I was going to L's.
I'm doing good.
but they're sort of they're served together, so they do have a similar sort of vibe, as it were.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of, as Alex knows, and I feel like you guys might know, I'm a big fan of chip adjacent stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, big time.
I don't get me wrong, I love a good ketchup chip. Since I've moved back, my wife's bought me a huge bumper bag of
that's
of
sweet.
Lay's ketchup chips, which is great because
Aw.
they make really good sandwiches. But I love my chip adjacent things so much more.
Oh yeah, there is just off camera
Just so
a
much
bag
Canadian.
of Cheetos that I bought on my lunch break at work today, and I do intend to crush them.
And you
Oh,
also
you
You
know
can
what-
join
You know what
me.
else we're gonna
I'll help
crush
you.
is we're also gonna crush the bottle of cask strength whiskey that I received from Will on our
If you
Michelle
missed-
Clausen episode.
Yeah,
This is
Yeah,
true.
if
Yeah,
you missed
I've
that
already
episode-
had some.
So we all have.
we've all sampled it, so
We've
this
all
episode's a
had
little
some.
looser.
Look, we've been drinking. You know what the pod's like when we've been drinking. You're buckle up, Adam Vital.
So let's start. Well, do you guys want to start sweet or savory?
Should we do alphabetical order, maybe?
I was gonna also say before we start here, there's some information that we learned today that we should really address with the podcast. There's another podcast called Anything Else, which we knew about this when we started this podcast, but from what we could gather
dormant.
from what we could gather when we chose the name, because we weren't going to go with the name because of this other podcast, but it didn't look like they'd posted anything in a long time, and it appears they've been posting regularly again
and successfully.
and successfully. And we keep getting comments on the YouTube, I think, referring to this other podcast, and it's like, okay, hi, welcome aboard.
Yeah, you're right. Destiny and Dan do look different because
Yeah.
we ain't them.
Yeah, because we ain't them and we know nothing about them. And
We just don't have the question mark.
To the Anything Else podcast, if you would like to come on the Anything Else podcast,
Let's do
Ooh, let's go,
We
boys.
should message them.
we can all appreciate a little bit of a meta media moment. Meta, even this acronym.
Yeah, let's rock it.
Yeah.
And what's better than 4 white guys gabbing off? 6 white guys gabbing
Yeah,
off. Let's
and
do it.
we can coexist because we cover very different fields. So yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Same brutal idea, but we take in different directions, which is nice. And
Yeah, so anybody who's watching this or listening to this that knows that podcast, please reach out and get them to hit us up on Instagram or something. We'd
Yeah,
love to collab.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's start.
And while you're there, like and subscribe on the Outsider Radio YouTube channel.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
Yes, smash.
Hit the bell.
Smash that like button.
We're trying to get to 1,000 subs
Freon.
right now.
Yep. Right now we've only got 1 sub.
Oh,
Right,
Freon.
but Freon, Freon.
Patreon.
Oh God, no, we can't. No more madness. Let's
right,
let's
to
get
the
to
moment at
British.
hand.
I'm hungry.
To
Okay.
the Aaron Brew.
So no, we're gonna start because
Oh.
these were already opened. Because I had one earlier.
Are those
These are bourbon biscuits.
Oh.
So there's 3. The word bourbon can be pronounced 3 different ways for 3 different things. You've got
Okay.
bourbon, the American whiskey. You've got bourbon, the French former royal family. And you've got bourbon, which is a chocolatey biscuits with a chocolate cream in the middle. These are very popular. These are not my favorites because I find the texture slightly off-putting.
You are honestly not as big a chocolate guy as
I like chocolate-infused things, but not chocolate themselves.
yeah. All right.
So
let's go.
I've got a question for you, and this might be somewhat blunt language, but it's the language my neurodivergent friends have used. Do you have the texture autism?
No, not at all. No.
Okay.
Weirdly, I am very texture neutral. I like certain
Oh,
textural
oh,
things.
Is it there? No. Yeah, it's there.
You know what? I do see what
Oh,
you
we're-
mean.
oh, we're eating
I
it.
do
Okay.
find the
Because
texture
we're gonna
slightly awkward.
we're gonna do the custard creams next, and the custard creams have a texture that I fucking love, and they don't abide
These
each
are
other.
too dry for a sandwich cookie.
Okay, so I would immediately compare it to a Fudgio.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that. Actually.
Fudgios are better.
I would say, Fudgios are
So
better.
these were really popular, like on the school ground when you were in primary school. Because I didn't like them and I liked other things, I could use them as like a bargaining chip occasionally, which was handy for me. Tip for all of you going through elementary school or anything: find an underappreciated sweet to enjoy, and you'll rule the playground. It
See,
really is the
we
case.
just had Pokemon cards as our currency.
I like it.
Yeah, I like
I
that.
definitely like it.
That tip that we're
Shall we-
giving
shall we
to
do
our
that? That gets
apparently
3
audience
booms.
is garbage.
Yeah, I was gonna say, shall we do rating out of 10?
Sorry, we're copying that in the middle of just having addressed there's another different anything else podcast. Do we have an identity? Yeah.
out of 10, as is the common thing, out of 10, what are we all doing?
I would definitely
10
give that.
booms?
That's a 6.5 to a 7.
So I guess real quick, in the like pantheon of 0 to 10, are we saying that 0 is like scum of the earth and 10
I think,
is
Yeah,
like
so
the
I
think
best
if you,
thing I've
if
ever
you guys
eaten?
Absolute
vomit,
vile.
I'm gonna assume that's a 0.
Zero's a vile.
So are we calling Vive like bog standard bang average?
Yeah, you feel nothing.
and 10 is like the greatest
I'm gonna
thing
give
you've
that
ever
one
had.
a 6. I think it was an above average snack.
Cyril, Medro.
So we'll go next to these, which are the
Actually,
custard
no.
creams.
I have faith, having had some of these snacks, that things are going to improve from here. So I'm gonna go with 5.
Yeah,
I
because
give
you've
it
been
an
to
average.
because you've been to
At the
UK
very-
before,
Yes,
Will.
I have been to the UK before.
I give that a strong
I
5.
actually have not tried all of these snacks though.
Well, I have-
including the bourbon biscuit, which I've now tried. And you know what?
You know-
Despite having said a 5, I know we've got a lot to get through, but I am gonna have another one.
What are these like?
These are the custard creams. So these are vanilla-y sandwich biscuits.
Okay.
Similar to a bourbon, but these have got like a slightly like crumblier texture, and that might sound bad, but I promise you it's good.
Custard.
There's no custard nor any cream in these, and they have a very nice like ornate filigree design on them. And all like supermarket owned brands have these. These are like the cheapest biscuits you can get outside of digestives.
So-
Very Leclerc.
My first reaction is to the cookie itself. I would compare it to a Teddy Graham.
Yeah.
Like this is Teddy Graham as fuck right now, which I appreciate. I love me a good Teddy Graham.
I like that better.
It's the texture, the flavor, the lingering vanilla on it is what gets you. Me and my old coworker Chris, who does listen to this, hi Chris, would occasionally house custard creams.
I'm
together,
definitely
or
having
like have
another.
long
That's
discussions
good.
about best biscuits, and custard creams fantastic. They are my favorite of the bog standard biscuits.
Oh,
because you have to make a distinction in the UK between like your biscuits in biscuits and your luxury biscuits.
Also, on that note about your friend from the UK and stuff, I just want to say to all of Ollie's friends in the UK that support the podcast and stuff like that, I got him now, bitches. Fuck you.
He's our friend.
Hope you enjoyed him for the rental, but
I just watched a piece of a corner of a custard cream ping from your mouth sideways past Alex's face and land somewhere near my
That
corners.
was disgusting.
my fiance Lacey is currently sat in the living room watching us do this pod at the table, and I can tell she's just sat there being like, I'm gonna make them vacuum as soon as this is over.
So, anyways, I think these like fuck the bourbon creams to death. This is
Oh,
awesome.
that's fantastic.
So
That's
as
a
a kid,
7.
as a kid who wasn't a big fan of like bourbon biscuits, I would always argue in the corner of custard creams. People were like, no, bourbon's better because they're chocolate. Fuck you, man. These are better.
Yeah,
Actually, no, it's an 8.
I
It's
give that an 8. That's fantastic.
Right, we'll go for the last biscuits I brought. We'll do
I
all
agree, 8.
all the biscuits together. Then we're going to move on to like I think we'll do next the luxury biscuits after that,
Ooh.
or the luxury like biscuits adjacent things. These are digestives. These though are specifically my favorites.
Digestives?
Yes, so these are graham crackers.
I love
Those
digestive
are a
cookies.
10.
Yes.
These
Those
are
those
the
are awesome.
specifically the McVitie's, which is the original company that did them. These are the McVitie's dark chocolate digestives.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Now, controversially, there's a thing of whether or not you put the chocolate face down or face up as you buy them.
Right.
I'm a face down man. That's all.
These
I'm
are
gonna
dark
say.
chocolate. Our
I've never
our
done a face
libidos are
down.
going to be quite high tonight.
Here's the thing. My great grandmother, actually, she just passed away this year.
Oh.
She stocked not this brand, but these
Oh.
in her house, like until
Oh, fuck,
the
I'm
day
melting.
she died.
I'm going to do his face down.
These
I'll go
are
face up just to contradict.
childhood for me a little bit. I think this is one of the best cookies
Oh yeah.
that exist ever. I don't need to eat this, and it's a 10. This is a 10.
So, I think I'll continue my theme of comparison. Immediately,
Those
it's
are
lacking.
So good.
It's lacking the peanut butter, but this is giving me Chips Ahoy vibes.
Okay.
So these were called digestives because they were thought to aid
I agree.
digestion. The name fell out of use in the US because it got taken over by graham cracker or graham cracker if you're English. But we kept using the name in the UK.
I knew a guy in my undergrad named Graham, and he was a cracker.
But these are like your bog standard biscuits. These are usually the cheapest option you can get, the plain ones. McVitie's is the main company that does them. And if you go to the town that McVitie's is made in, which I think is in Carlisle, if I'm wrong, someone will tell me. The whole place smells like these, which is amazing.
Here's one for you. Where's the English equivalent of like Hershey, Pennsylvania?
It would be where easy Birmingham, where Cadbury is.
Oh, really?
We have Cadbury.
Okay.
We have Cadbury World. People do.
Oh yeah,
People do school trips to Cadbury World. I didn't. A lot of my friends did. It's effectively like half factory, half theme park.
That's
Let's get some ASMR real quick of me sucking my fingers.
Delicious.
I thought I brought.
Do you guys
I
put
can hear this.
misophonia warnings in your description?
We maybe should because that is those are really nice. These are one of my favorites.
Slay.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess we already know my thoughts on them, but let's get some ratings. Those are a 10. That's of the biscuits we've tried, that's easily the best.
From what we've tried, I'm gonna actually say, like honestly, I think they fall between these. I think they were better than the bourbon creams, but I think they were not as good as the custard cream. So I'm gonna say, so I give this a 6.5, and I give that an 8. So I'm gonna say these are a 7.
That seems fun.
I will also give it a 7.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna. I am sorry to one of you because oh no, there's 4 in these. Never mind. So these are Jammy Dodger minis that I found I got sent a while ago. So these have been sat in my cupboard since I've been gone. So I have a memory of Jammy Dodgers having cream in them.
Music band.
These just have a
on
little
this
bit of.
Oh,
These just have a little bit of jam in them.
Okay.
And it's a very sticky. You know that those glue balls that hold things together in
Oh, like
packaging.
pectiny? It's
It
very
has that,
pectiny.
yeah.
I may sit this one out.
That is fair. These are not my favorite. They're a raspberry flavor, but again, these were very popular with a lot of people, and it's a shortbread biscuit.
I think-
Lacey, do you
I
want to
think-
take my? If I'm sitting one out, do you want to try it? Okay, we're gonna have my fiance take my place on.
Well-
I've never actually brought up my eating disorder in the pod because I don't want to turn into like a serious white guy podcast. But like, so I may sit some of this out, and you're just gonna have to live.
I'm
with
really
that.
sorry in advance, but this is really messy. So
First impression. Why is there
Here, hand
like,
that over.
a
Give
weird
me that.
gelatinous splatter over the heart? I don't. Not far be it for me to point out that the design of the cookie sucks, but I don't like the way it looks.
A gelatinous splatter, great band name.
Write that down. Tom.
yeah, I'm gonna
that
write that
down.
down. Yeah.
Give me that.
What are we thinking? These are not my favorite, by the way, but they were big at as a kid. You know, a lot of people liked them. I didn't. We're not fans.
Hold on, I got thoughts.
Lacey, what are we thinking?
Lacey, what's your?
Oh my god.
We have a cookie like this.
What is it?
They have the jams. They also have lemon.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
the same cookie, except the difference.
What's that called?
I don't know.
French creams. I literally bought a box of them at work
Can you hear
today
her
because
talking,
they
by the way,
are
or-
one of my favorite
It'll,
kinds
it'll,
of
def-
cookies.
it'll pick up on the phone.
Love
so-
sandwich cookies.
It doesn't matter.
So two things. I love French creams. They're awesome. They're little donut.
You look like a guy that likes a good French
cookies.
cream.
They've got like pastry cream or like buttercream in them, and then like a little ring of jam. Crucially, the cookies in those cookies taste like cookies instead of nothing. And there's cream, and not just a layer of like gummy jam.
It's a really gummy jam.
It gets a 3.
I will
It's
also
a
give
worse French cream. I'm frankly
Lacey, what's
offended.
your rating? 3?
I give it
It's
a
a 3.
yeah. I give it a 3.
I just also want to point out that this is the first time that Ollie and I are big fans of Mike and Vittorio's Guide to Parenting,
Yeah.
obviously. And Vittorio's partner, they always refer to under the pseudonym Jamali Maddox. Because they don't want to use her actual name. And so it's kind of funny that like we have Lacey as our off-camera version of that.
Lacey is our Yeti, effectively. for
Yeah.
this.
We need a niche comic to refer to her as.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
Let's refer to her as maybe not even niche, but let's go with retro.
John
Shelby,
Rivers.
I was gonna say Andrew Dice Clay, but let's go.
Oh god.
So because of the infamous thing about my fillings being my teeth being really bad,
We've brought this up.
I'm not gonna have one of these. These are one of my favorites, though. I just can't eat them as much anymore. These are Scottish. These are Tonics tea wafers.
Yes.
That's
so
a
full
lot.
disclosure, I've also had these before.
You're
So-
Scottish because
Yeah, well-
William Wallace is Scottish. Fuck off.
But Tonics make tonic tea cakes, which are like a marshmallowy thing inside of a chocolate ball with a digestive biscuit base.
Okay,
I didn't bring any of those back because they're very delicate and
Yeah.
kind of pricey.
I like how these just say caramel in
Yeah.
massive letter. Caramel.
So these are
Or
Tonics
caramel.
For anyone in
caramel.
a North American context, tea
Some people
cakes
say
are
caramel. Those people are
like
fucking
really,
stupid.
really good wagon wheels, like bougie wagon wheels.
And we also have wagon wheels in the UK.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Rock me,
Uh,
mama,
Yeah,
like
they're
a
just
bougie wagon
strictly
wheel.
better wagon wheels.
So these are very chewy and they're very lovely. But they are very
Oh, it's easily unwrap.
Oh yeah, that's like, how is this even staying in the packaging? What should I expect?
It
Unless
kinda-
I've never had
Looking at
before.
it right now, it kind of looks like a coffee crisp.
Yeah, it looks like coffee crisp, but it's not on the inside.
I don't know if these got too cold in transit
Oh.
or something, but they are
Yeah, texture
not
wise,
chewy.
no, texture wise, this is fucking terrible.
They are shattering.
These are slightly older ones. I do have slightly better ones, so behind the scenes I will try and redeem these in future.
Yeah, these taste like they are stale.
Oh dear. Okay. Well,
Take a bite of that. Oh, you
I
can't.
can try. I just can't have
No,
much.
he can. They won't blow out his fillings.
Oh yeah, no. I'm so sorry.
So I'm
there's
gonna
that.
I'm gonna get up here.
What was that? Oh,
Oh.
oh, at least it wasn't mine.
There's a camera,
What are you saying, Will?
so you can see the layers. Normally, the like little caramel bits in between you like crunch through and chew and like pull, and you get the like caramel effect a little bit.
Yeah, these are unfortunately
Here,
not.
let Lacey have a taste.
Yeah,
of it.
these are not up to snuff. They are usually
I'm
delicious.
I don't
not
think
gonna lie. With the texture they currently possess, I would actually say they're kind of almost a score bar kind of thing.
A little bit.
Very
it's
nearly.
like a cross
Very
between a
close.
score bar and a coffee crisp.
Yeah.
I think we have to call this one a wash.
Yeah,
This is
unfortunately.
no contest.
I will redeem these in private. This one is going to be a bit awkward and very intimate because I only have one of these.
Redeem your
I'll
privates
kiss Dallas
intimately.
on the lips.
That's fair enough.
This
you
podcast
guys
is
can Lady in the Tramp
unhinged.
this. This is a Lion bar. So this is one. So the UK has like a couple of chocolate bars that are very like dense and very like full of shit.
Yeah.
Double Decker, which is one of my favorites.
Good pub and brand in the double decker.
It is very
brand
good.
in Manitoba.
The Toffee Crisp, which is one of my favorites.
Oh, piss off! Is that a coffee crisp?
No,
Okay,
no,
good, 'cause I was
nothing
like,
like it at all.
dude.
And then the Lion Bar, all of them like share slightly similar things. This actually does share some things with the Tonics wafer in that it's got like caramel and wafer layers, but then it's got like a deep caramel on top, and it's kind of in a crunchy like biscuit chocolate thing.
I like what you're telling me.
So I'll send it down the line. Take a bite, I guess.
I will bite from one end. Dallas can bite from the other,
And
and Will can be this week's gun to your head. which host would you rather take a bite of a chocolate bar after?
I'll kiss Dallas on the lips.
Yeah, to reiterate, I will. I'm gonna die. Ooh.
That made a good sound.
See, that's
I
what.
heard that,
So that's
yeah.
the gooiness that you should get from a
It
Toffee
had
Crisp.
it had a good pull off. I appreciate that.
It kind of reminds me, for anyone who ever watched Strong Bad or the like Days of Vid Electrics, there's an episode of Strong Bad where he came up with his own proprietary chocolate bar called a Skiblanched, and it was little boba balls encased in
Mr. Big.
nougat and pepperoni and then dipped in chocolate, and this really looks like that.
So
I'm getting a look from Lacey. I promise that's real.
So Dallas has a good comparison, I think. What do you compare it to?
Mr. Big.
Yeah. I honestly, it's kind of like,
It's a maximalist chocolate bar.
it's
to
like a
start with.
s'more meets a Twix bar.
Chocolate maxing.
Actually, I haven't had a, I'll take a little bit. I'll kiss Will on the lips. It's fine.
This is definitely one of those episomes of Alex has had a few to drink.
Kiss all
and-
three of us. No.
Not me.
Actually, Will bites the only one that's not left, so yeah.
So we've all taken a bite, and then Lacey just caught whatever we had from taking a bite.
What were we thinking?
Ratings wise, I'd put this. It wasn't as good as the others. This is a 5. It's fine. I would never shit on it. Or it's a 6. It's a 6. It's above average. Like, I enjoy it. I didn't dislike my experience with it, but I would never seek it out. So it's a 6.
Chocolate wise, I give this the same rating as the the
The custard.
Yeah,
It's the
so it's a
Mustard
7.
cream.
It's a 7 for me. Or no, it's a no, that's a 7. Yeah, this is still an 8 for me.
Yeah, I gave the of all of the snacks we've had so far, I do think those are still better than the bourbon creams. But
That's
I
fair.
don't think they're better than the custard.
The custard creams are addictive, man. You can
Yeah.
finish a sleeve of them, no problem
We're
at
gonna
all.
So
finish that
I think I can
immediately after
responsibly
this.
go 7 on that chocolate bar. Like it is. As far as chocolate bars are concerned, I would probably grab one of those on occasion because I do grab a Mr. Big on occasion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I think it's better than a Mr. Big.
I would refer to these as like a train station chocolate bar where you're like, I don't have enough time for lunch. I've got to grab something from the WH Smith and the train station. This has a lot of calories. This will fill me up as a chocolate bar.
See, and like most of the time, I'm gonna be grabbing a like 9 or a 10 for me, which would be like a Snickers.
Yeah.
Love Snickers. Snickers are O. Henry. But
Snicker.
I fuck with the vision.
Yeah. I wish I could brought a double decker because the double decker, that is chewy. A double decker, you wouldn't be able to open your mouth for so long.
Just the
It's
goo?
it's nougat, caramel, and biscuit that just like creates a cement in your mouth.
I do like
Fire
Mars
today.
bars for kind of the same reason of just being like a real goo heavy experience.
Real gum up. Right, so one thing we'll say
A
is,
real gum up.
do we want to move on?
Name of your sex tape.
Do we want to,
The gum up.
Do I want to move on? Yes.
Yes.
do we want to move on to savory biscuit that I have, or do we want to do the last sweet thing? That we have?
Savory later. Keep
Yeah,
the sweet
let's
rocking.
keep
Okay, so
keep the sweet
these
going.
are a last minute purchase. I got these in the service station on the way to the airport.
Okay.
These are Percy pigs. These are specifically
Percy
from
pigs.
Yeah, these are from M&S, Marks and Spencer. No other company sells them. They sell like some do knockoffs, but it's an M&S thing.
I didn't realize M&S stood for Marks and Spencer.
Yeah, these are not the veggie ones. There are like veggie ones, but they have green ears.
Okay.
These are
I believe you.
kind of like, you know, those like gummy / jelly sweets.
Yeah.
They take the foam side of that to the max. I
Interesting.
don't like these that much. Again,
Okay.
which is a controversial opinion.
It's very
My
easy.
friend Georgie loves these. If you knew she had a bad day when we lived together, get her one of these and you're probably safe. But they are a British state, like it's in the popular culture in the same way that like a coffee crisp is.
Gotcha.
Not everyone will like them, but you'll say, "Oh, this is a Canadian icon," kind of thing.
Yeah.
These are a British icon.
Okay.
If I had space in my luggage, I would have brought a Colin Caterpillar cake, but
Yeah, no, I don't think
I
that.
gotta say, Percy
that
Pig is
that
such a
wouldn't
British
travel
fucking
well.
thing to
it's
name
so.
something.
But like when you go in, you don't just see these. There's the veggie Percy pigs, the mini Percy pigs, the big Percy pig. There's loads of different versions of them. There's
Percy pigs.
there's a cinematic universe of these.
They're bringing the Percy pigs.
Do they call the little ones Percy Piglets?
One sec, I'll do a
'Cause
close-up.
otherwise, missed opportunity.
Oh,
Especially for
dude,
a
yeah,
country
get a
who prides
close-up of
itself
that.
on being fucking wordy.
This is what it looks like. It's a creepy fucking face. You've only got jelly here and here, but the rest is foam.
These are hard to look at.
Kind of.
But they do a pork
Okay,
gelatin in
Dallas, are
them.
you going face down or
I'm going. Yeah.
face down? I'll go face up.
Yeah.
So I'm not a big fan of like red berry sweets, like strawberry, cherry, and stuff like that. So they're not.
I am. I am.
Will is just having a great time.
Oh, these are great. I like that. That's really good.
I need a second on this.
Okay, so that's the kind of shit that like I would never go out and buy this. I mean, okay, full disclosure, I'm not a big sweets guy. I'm more of a salts guy. I would never go out and buy that. But if I was trick or treating and I got that in my bag at the end of the night, I would be so chuffed.
You would have to go to a very middle class neighborhood to get these as a trick or treat item.
I'd have to go trick or treat at Adam Johnson's house.
Very much so, yeah.
No.
Are we allowed to say that? He doesn't
Cut
listen.
that.
He doesn't live. You know what? No, because Adam doesn't live in a middle class neighborhood. Because you know what fucking happens in Adam Johnson's neighborhood? People throw fucking slushies at your car.
You're not over it, are you?
No, I'm not, and I'm gonna tell that story. So I went to a Berries game, a Saskatoon Berries game with Adam Johnson the other night, and I was dropping him off at home. And as I was leaving to go back to my place, he doesn't live far from me, and he lives in like a nice enough neighborhood. Like it's a great neighborhood. And as soon as I turned off his street and started driving up the main drag in his neighborhood, some truck that was driving beside me just whipped a smoothie at my car. It was ridiculous. And I immediately went home and got my car washed at the gas station by my place. It didn't come off. It's also rained since then. It still has residue of this smoothie. So whoever threw a fucking smoothie at a red Nissan Altima the other night, like, fuck you, buddy. Like, seriously. And if this is a TikTok trend, fuck, I hope we ban TikTok. That's the one thing I'm with the US on. Let's ban. Fuck this. Also, these
Anyways,
pigs are
Percy
good.
Pigs.
Let's get back to the.
That I see what you mean about the like foamy texture. We have like gummy eggs here.
Yeah.
That have like a similar kind of thing where it's got the like foamy base and then like the more gummy yolk, which would be like the ears.
Yeah,
of the Percy
we
pig.
call them jelly eggs or gummy. Yeah, or
So see, I fucking hate those. So I came into this thinking that I was not going to enjoy the Percy Pig very much. Texture's not my favorite. I'll be honest. I still prefer a gummy that has like more of a Maynard's xanthan gum type texture. They taste fucking great. I was not expecting how good those were going to taste that way. So like
they are made with real fruit juice.
there's
I can tell.
genuinely a very
actually.
compelling sweet.
Where are we ranking these fellas?
I think those are a 9. I think I would like actively seek those out if they like existed here in Canada.
Dallas?
See, the only thing that's above that, or the only thing that's below that is the bourbon, which I ranked a 5. So I give it like a 5.5.
You weren't a big fan?
No.
I would put them at solid 8 to 7.5 kind of thing.
All right, but we're going to move on to savory snacks. But before we do you guys need a palate cleanser?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well,
Yeah,
we
fuck it.
have.
Amber.
This is so.
Great.
So I didn't bring the commonly found iron brew because if you talk to anyone who's Scottish or anyone who's a big fan of iron brew, they'll always say the original recipe's better. Well, Iron Brew re-released the original recipe a while ago in these lovely.
Do you want to explain a little bit for the listener, kind of the significance
Yes.
culturally of Iron Brew? To...
So in most of the world, the most popular soft drink, pop or soda or whatever you want to call
right?
it, is Coke.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola. Scotland is alongside Iran, North Korea, and I think maybe Pakistan is one of the few countries that it is not the most popular because everyone loves Iron Brew. It's spelled IRNBRU, and this one is called the Old and Unimproved one. 'Cause it's the original.
That
'cause this
says
is-
all you need to know about its cultural significance.
So the one thing I
think.
find wild is that there's a lot of videos of Americans and Canadians trying it, and they'll always say it tastes like bubble gum. I'm not a huge fan of Iron Brew, but I haven't had it in 10 years, so I probably should retry it, which I'm gonna do in a second. But it doesn't taste like bubble gum to me. A lot of other people say it tastes like girders or girders. It tastes like iron. It tastes like rust.
Tastes like the rust off of a girter. Is what he's trying to say.
1 second.
He's a girter.
I describe it as tasting like bubble gum and metal. But I think more accurately, it tastes
Metal bubblegum.
like bubble gum and have you ever licked the battery port end of an old phone?
That's just what I was like. That's a very electric feeling on my tongue.
I
I
mean,
don't
like,
actually.
Interesting scent.
Actually,
you know what I'm talking about?
So this is going to be a really niche pull. If you have ever tried Big Red, which is only really found in Texas and Ohio,
Oh yeah.
it tastes like a less sweet version of that.
Okay, I've had a Big Red before. And
I'm
Have you ever had Moxie?
Yeah.
yes.
That shit
It
sucks.
sucks so bad.
my initial reaction actually is I'm getting the bubble gum. I'm really getting the bubble gum actually.
I think it might be the citrus combined with a heavy syrupiness that might be causing it.
Because it tastes like it's Hubba Bubba.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
not Hubba. Okay, here's a weird pull for you. As Will would say, it's a good pull.
Eat me.
Love to. So
Would you kiss me on the lips?
would you eat my British candy bar after I took Well, Ollie's face is so red right now. Happy Pride, everybody.
If you want to see Alex and Will kiss,
Come to
go
the Patreon. Subscribe to the Patreon. Patreon exclusive. We all make out.
Again,
Big swapping makeout match.
again, Lacey is right here.
It's good for business.
Joan Rivers is right here.
Good for business.
So,
Let's have Brock Lesnar in here. It's good for
I
business.
gotta say, that's fucking indistinguishable from the regular product.
Yeah, but nothing tastes like Iron Brew. So
Well, yeah,
that's
no.
it's the big problem that a lot of people who fall in love with it have is that you can't. There's not an equivalent thing.
Yeah, no, it tastes like Iron Brew.
In the same
for
way
sure.
that Dr. Pepper tastes like Dr.
Dr.
Pepper.
Pepper, yeah.
Can one of you guys do me a favor and remind me what I was trying to say before we? I don't remember what.
I literally can't. All I can think about is making out.
You said that you could taste the Hubba Bubberiness.
Oh right, okay. I was actually gonna, this was a slightly more intelligent point, but
Is this a love potion that you get?
so yeah, Aaron Brew is an aphrodisiac. So I was gonna say it tastes like Hubba Bubba, but not the square Hubba Bubba, the tape Hubba
Oh
Bubba.
my god!
The tape Hubba
Yes.
Bubba.
Holy shit, you're actually so real for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's true.
But
But Alex
it's-
has been 10 for 10. On
Now let's see what this tastes like with cask strength whiskey.
Yeah,
Hey,
Ooh.
we should do that.
we will do
Yeah.
that. We'll do
Okay.
that once the cameras stop rolling.
That'll
We'll-
be on the Patreon.
I've got to say, I've tried a lot of sodas in my lifetime.
On the Patreon, is Aaron Brew a good
all
mixer?
the sodas I've ever had, like if I'm marking them, I'd have to curve for soda because I much prefer beer to soda. I think, like my absolute favorite soda is Dr. Pepper. That gets me like 10 in the soda realm. if I had to rate Iron Brew, I'd say it's like an 8.
Yeah,
Yeah, am I rating this based on like?
it's a logarithmic scale.
Am I rating? Am I rating this based
Maybe
on?
like it might still be linear, but like half rise over run, you know?
Linear biscuit quadratic soda.
Yeah.
or as Adam Beidel would call it, a pivot table or something, because he's a fucking nerd.
Engineer.
Nerd. What was it? Okay, am I rating this based on comparison to the other things I've had, or am I rating it based on comparison to sodas?
I want you to look into your soul and tell me what you think.
I think it was actually pretty tasty. If we're going compared to like my favorite drink of all time, which is iced tea, it doesn't scratch iced tea, but it was pretty good. In comparison to the other things I've tried here, I'm giving that shit a 9.
Yeah.
That was really
Okay.
good. That was really good.
Would you buy it again, do you think?
I honestly, I might. It was really good.
So by-
Co-op in Stonebridge does sell this, and
By
I will get
comparison
give that to Lacey,
to the
give-
things that we've had, I
Give
would
that-
say
give that to
that's
Andrew Dice
probably
Clay.
about on par with the Percy Pigs.
Yeah.
Like I would go out and actively buy that. But I am still gonna give it an 8 because I got a curve on the soda curve.
Yeah, and there
Right
might
on
be
the
some
soda
other
curve.
stuff. So the next.
I wouldn't get this, so I'll give it a 4.
Really?
Yeah.
I
I'm not a
really
huge fan
thought
of
you would love this the most, actually, Dallas.
No.
I thought this is up Dallas's alley. This is shoe-in to fit in Dallas.
What didn't you
It's
like
like
about
a-
it?
it's like-
I fuck with
it feels
bubble
like-
gum. I don't know.
It tastes like a Dr. Pepper with only half the ingredients.
And
Is
That's
that how
an
you?
insane opinion.
Yeah, is that how you
It
analyze
tastes
everything?
Nothing like Dr. Pepper. It tastes as much like Dr. Pepper as it tastes like fucking Coke, or as it tastes like marinara sauce.
Like Dallas-
It's as close
Like
to Dr.
Dallas-
Pepper as it is to marinara if we're just talking about flavor.
Dallas was at the Cut the other night in Saskatoon, and they asked him, "How was your steak?" And he's like, I didn't really like it. It was like Dr. Pepper, but like without all the Dr.
also,
Pepper."
also, can
Yeah,
I
it's
just
like
can I
Dr.
just-
Pepper, but chewy and tastes like
All
steak.
things in the Dr. Pepper curve.
Can I also just point out, Dr. Pepper, like the flavor was formulated to taste like a soda shop smell. So yeah, one soda is going to taste like a bit of a Dr. Pepper, but it can't be comparable to all of it because it can't be holistic.
So it doesn't
Okay.
taste like marinara.
Ollie,
either.
if you're gonna argue with Dallas, don't use words like holistic. He doesn't know what that means.
Right, we're moving on. We're going to
Actually, here's a great opportunity for me to do a segment
Oh,
that hasn't
shit.
come up in a long time,
Yeah.
which is I forget what. Oh, it's what is?
philosophy.
No, it's not
No, no,
philosophy.
no.
What's it actually
Define
called?
Dallas?
Defining Dallas. Dallas, what does holistic mean?
It's when you're tripping balls and you start hallucinating.
That's just
Go
called
holistic.
hallucinating.
We have a word for that already, Dallas.
Yeah, it's
So you just
holistic.
use the
Yeah,
word that describes
exactly.
what that is. Okay.
All right, thank you. This has been
He's gone
Defining Dallas.
holistic.
He's gone holistic.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay, so
He's a little holistic.
so
He's got a touch of the holism.
So these are mini cheddars. These are similar to like Ritz crackers, I think is the closest thing.
Oh.
But specifically, these are because I left them in my bag from a hike. These are the Red Leicester mini cheddars, which have a very different taste to them. I love them. My dad loves them.
Red Leicester.
Red Leicester is a nutty or nutty red cheese.
It's like a better
Okay.
cheddar.
yeah.
A better
Also, not how you fucking spell Lester.
Yes, it is.
cheddar.
It's Lester.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll kill you.
Yeah, well, up the foxes.
Fuck the foxes.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway, these are.
I don't really care.
These
either way.
are delicious and delectable, and
I'm gonna tag out Lacey on this.
do you love cheesy biscuit?
No, I don't actually. I just love Cheetos. I used to eat Ritz crackers like a fiend when I was a kid, but then like whenever my ARFID started taking off, cheesy snacks went by the wayside.
If only Arford was logical.
Yeah, somehow Puff Cheetos stuck around, but all other cheesy snacks and cheese went out the door.
But these taste overtly cheesy compared to the regular ones. They have like a.
So hand that to Andrew Dice Clay. Joe
That
Rogan.
is
I'd like
A
to point
10.
out that this is the first time we've referred to Lacey as Andrew Dice Clay.
that
We
is
talked about that bit. We've referred to Lacey like 10 times. in between.
God, that is the best thing I've ever tasted. That's a 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
Are
Interesting.
you a big
That's
Ritz crackers
a
guy?
crazy thing to say because they're like a lightly cheesy Ritz cracker.
But they do have like they don't. The
And
what,
they don't taste like Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, how does it compare to a Dr.
Will,
Pepper?
you'd agree with
though?
me. You've had Red Leicester before.
Yeah.
I think it would pair well.
They taste nice, but they don't taste of Red Leicester, weirdly.
No, you could put any cheese on that package and it would be correct.
Yeah. It just has an unctuous cheesiness.
Lacey, as a
It's
fiend,
giving me Cheese Whiz vibes.
as a fiend for cheese, Lacey, how would you rank these? No, they're no good.
What?
Oh, 7?
Oh.
Okay, she'd say they're a 7.
Okay. I concur.
Okay, so
I'm
these.
thinking-
I think they're above
For it.
average
Hit it.
for like the cracker world, which has like a lot of real stinkers. Have you ever had bacon crackers?
Oh, wait until what we've got next.
Oh
Uh-oh.
God. You know, I mean, like, cause bacon flavored crackers are like a Canadian thing that you can like buy in stores.
Yeah.
They suck ass.
Ollie looks
They're
like a bacon
so
flavored
bad.
cracker.
I've been
So
back
I'm,
for 2
I'm like
days.
a little bit iffy on flavored crackers sometimes, but like I don't think those clear Cheez-Its. I prefer Cheez-Its. They are tasty, so 7. They get a 7.
So,
Before we move on to the next snack, I just thought of a random weird question to ask Ollie because I've been drinking. Ollie, on your travels back home to England and back home to here, what is your ranking of the airports that you've been at?
oh, this is easy. Heathrow is decent, but it's not amazing. Gatwick is better. Gatwick is a better airport, and you can fuck off if you think different. Luton's the worst airport in London.
How do they
I've not
spell
been to
Leicester?
Southend or Stansted, so I can't talk. Toronto Pearson
The fuck?
can suck a dick. Toronto Pearson made my mother stop being able to walk temporarily.
I could bet. I could
great
my
review.
rating back. It's 0.
But Calgary Airport is amazing. Of all the big airports I've been to, Calgary Airport's the best. JFK in New York is one of the worst. It's not bad. It's just empty and disappointing. But also, I do want to say Saskatoon Airport. John Diefenbaker.
John Diefenbaker,
John Diefenbaker.
my favorite prime minister.
John G. Diefenbaker. That's it. Really good airport, honestly. Shout out to the Lucky Bastard
it's not
Airport crew.
bad.
I love you, James.
So we Dallas just got the package back. He cleaned it up, which like good for him.
He inhaled
He
that.
found the snack that he liked, but he's just realized that Leicester in Red Leicester is spelled Leicester.
The correct way.
And he, I don't know, like, does that change your
It's a
opinion
0
of
now.
them? Okay, yeah.
Okay, Dallas, just because you can't spell or read,
The best way.
That's ableist.
Look,
and we're moving
if,
on.
Leicester, if you're not saying, if
I
you
got Will behind my back here.
if you are not saying Leicester as a name, it is spelt like the English version.
Sure, you know what though? I'm gonna crash out. England, please. What the fuck? Why can't you just call things the way they're spelled at any point? What
Well,
the
y-
fuck
look,
do you
Will-
mean Beecham is spelled Beauchamp?
Look,
what
Will-
the fuck? That's not how you say Beecham.
Will, I'm gonna say, Will, you need to go have some Worcester sauce and fuck off.
Will, I'm gonna actually. Do you want to do a quick mini game?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Is it gonna cause me to crash
Yeah,
out
I'm gonna.
further?
I'm gonna spell a
Fuck
couple
me.
places for you, and I want you to tell me how
Don't
you
get me
think
started
it's
on
pronounced.
Worcestershire.
Okay.
So first, we'll go for a simple one. This was
Okay.
actually voted the most commonly incorrectly pronounced name in England. Frome.
Well, logically, it would be Frome.
Is it like Froome? I'm guessing Froome.
From A?
Dallas.
Rome.
Will, you're right. It's Froome.
Ah.
It's a pretty nice place, actually.
Because there's fucking. So I'm not stupid, okay? Like I know how to spell things. The thing is,
I
like,
know how
there-
things are.
There are structures in Old English where like OME kind of does the thing.
That makes sense.
We live in 2025.
The technical term, Will, is yield bullshit.
I'm gonna have to really think about how to pronounce to spell this because I know how to say it. CHOLMONDELY.
Schomendely?
Chamchondle. I didn't
So
get that
if
right,
you
I
were to
don't
spell it,
think.
I will tell you because it's not obviously going to be
Right.
pronounced phonetically. It would be read as Cholmondeley. How do you think it's properly pronounced? If you've ever watched The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, you would have actually
So
featured
hold on,
seen
hold
this
on.
before.
Can I get the spelling one more
You
time?
had that
I
over
promise
in
I'm really
England?
gonna focus this time.
Kind of. CHOLMONDELY.
Chomedy.
Chemder.
I'm gonna go full Pawn
It's like,
Stars and say
there's-
it's
there's
pronounced
some-
Chumley.
There's some like Colonel bullshit in here, like Colonel. It's Chumley.
It's Chumley.
Oh.
It's Chumley. And the last one.
Let's get my expert.
No,
in here.
this is the. I'll give you this
I
one
know a
last
guy.
because this one I'll give you a twofer. This first one, BICESTER. BICESTER.
Bister.
Best.
Bicester.
Bister.
Bister.
And this is the last one I'll do. CIRENESTER.
Sinster.
I don't want to try.
I would also say Sinster.
I think trying is gonna make me sad.
This one, annoyingly, is Cirencester.
Oh, god damn.
But it looks like it should be, if you go by the logic of everything else, it should be Sunster or Sinster.
Yeah.
No, it's still just fucking Cirencester.
Cirencester.
And that one, that's the one we stuck with? That's the one?
That's crazy.
Not Bicester?
I'm really glad that you are crashing out over this with me. I feel
Yeah, but I'm
really...
crashing out the other way.
Okay.
I'm saying, like, you're not making it fucky enough. Make it fucky, because
Oh,
I'm
you want
used
it
to the...
you want it to be... That's racist. You want it to be harder for people not from your country to fucking...
Yeah, go,
Yeah!
go,
I'll kill you with my bare hands.
go colonize something else, Ollie.
Oh, fucking colonize the stable. Let's go.
Whoa.
Okay, so that's the last thing that we had, the mini cheddars, Red Leicester or Red Leicester.
They were good. They were good.
They are really popular in English pubs.
Okay.
These
Okay.
are... We're going
That would
into-
be a quality pub snack.
This is a
from
pub snack
you.
section.
Yeah.
So these next two, these are not just pub snacks. These are only found in pubs. You can't buy these in supermarkets.
Fascinating.
There are similar products made by the same company, but they don't look like this. And according to my mother and Sam, my wife, they taste They taste different to the supermarket version.
Shout out to Liz.
So these first ones will do. These are These are the bacon fries. Fun fact about the bacon fries: these are vegetarian.
Okay.
The reason they're not vegan, they have some milk in them, but or milk powder.
So I'm immediately gonna tag Lacey in for this one.
But these taste like they have no bacon in them. They taste super bacony.
Yeah, I'm tagging Lacey in on this.
It's like
one.
that dog. What's that? What's a dog treat? Bacon.
I'm
Something-
immediately a
Bacon
little bit
strips.
worried
Yeah.
because I did just
bacon
get
strips.
finished,
It's not bacon strips.
like,
It's bacon strips.
complaining about bacon crackers.
After we do all of these British snacks, do you guys want to go through Monty's snacks?
Well, those smell like pool.
Oh.
These taste so
How does it
bacony.
smell? like
Lacey's
pool.
making a very definitive face right now that makes me think it's a 0. What do you
Wait a
think?
minute.
What does it taste like, Lace?
Oh, you haven't seen the fuck me face on Will. He either loves these or hates these. I can't work out which
I
one.
seriously
it is.
can't tell if I like them or hate them.
See, the fact that 2 people already really dislike it makes me think Dallas is gonna love this.
You know what? I think I'm gonna get used to this one. I could.
What is your opinion of these?
Again, it's the first few
I'll
seconds.
eat them, but they're not my favorite.
Okay, it's the first few seconds that hits you like a wall. Like a fucking brick wall.
Yeah.
Of strong flavor.
I'm struggling.
It's a not bad aftertaste. It's kind of like a rice cracker that has
Yeah.
a hint of bacon in it.
I really like the texture.
I
of
can
the snack,
smell the bacon.
but these taste like pure unfettered ass.
This is what I imagine
My
that
favorite
bacon
thing- my
strips
favorite
taste
thing-
like.
Lacey agrees.
My
so
fa-
bad.
My favorite thing about these,
Andrew
though,
Dice
is
Clay agrees.
they
It tastes like dog treats. and,
these are. I won't actually argue with that.
Dallas
actually.
is the one that really
No,
likes
shut
it. He's
up,
like,
I'm
oh, it
gonna-
tastes like dog treats. Dallas,
No.
how many other dog treats have you eaten?
You're gonna lose Will.
I've eaten a couple dogs.
I mean, I made a cat food curry at university for a guy
Oh,
who kept
that's a great story.
stealing my food. But
When Ollie and I were at uni together.
but the thing that I find funny about these though is because these are sold in pubs. One of the things that's sold next to are pork scratchings, which is literally fried bits
Oh,
of,
yeah.
of
I
pork
like
skin.
pork scratching.
Yeah, but because these are vegetarian, a lot of people think pork scratchings are vegetarian, and I've watched more than one of my veggie friends house some pork scratchings.
Ollie, everything we've eaten today, is it all halal?
None of it is. No, most of it is. These are actually wildly. And I do have a lot of Muslim friends who do like these because it's the only thing they can get that tastes like bacon that isn't.
That's very
Fascinating.
interesting. I'm sure that's good
Good
for
pull.
them.
Not for you.
I've got to be honest. That's a 2.
Lacey,
That is-
what's your
that's-
Lacey?
that sucks.
Andrew Dice Clay gives it a 0.
I think I'll give it a. I like it just as much as soda, so I'm gonna give it a 4.
Interesting.
You seemed like you really liked it though.
That's okay. That's okay. We're
So-
gonna move on. I'm not
So
gonna
these
talk
are
about
strong, though.
not vegetarian. These are made by the same company. These do you know what scampi? Do you guys have scampi over here? I can never remember.
shrimp
Oh, yeah.
scampi.
Yeah, these
yeah.
are scampi fries. These mostly taste like lemon.
Okay.
I'll maybe give these a try.
Yeah.
Lacey can also have, or Andrew Dice Clay can also have. Some.
So I'm not a huge fan of these, but again,
I love your dedication to this bit because you're the only one.
so these are
who's
kind of
like,
they
on
kind
board.
of look like
They got
the
cream
cereal
pies.
Crave if you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see that.
Or I was gonna
Okay.
say like engorged Captain Crunch.
Oh, dude, I don't want to eat that.
You kind of get hit first with like a semi-fishy flavor, and then lemon just hits you.
Yeah,
in
it
a
smelled a
punch.
bit fishy, and I was like,
Oh.
nah, bro.
Oh, it smells like a cat.
You want it,
It
Lacey?
went from dog
Oh,
treats
Lacey
to
will
cat
try it.
treats.
I actually really like it.
I purchase like Asian stock powders from the store because they make for really good additions to pretty much everything. This smells like Asian fish stock powder.
I'll get one for Lacey over here. Will
Hmm.
hand that over to Andrew Dice Clay.
It's a very mix.
Okay, now we've reversed over here because now Will's a fan and Dallas is not. Fascinating.
It tastes like cat treats. I get that 1.
I'm gonna ask you the same question I did before, brother. Why do you know what that tastes like?
I just smell them.
Dallas, your palate is fucked.
It is.
I give that a 1. I'd
Coming-
rather have the bacon.
Coming from me saying Dallas's palate is fucked, like, yeah. Lacey?
Really?
Okay, a 3.
Better
She
than
liked
the bacon fries then.
she liked them better than bacon
I
fries.
like the bacon fries
I-
better.
I fuck with the vision.
Yeah.
I can't.
I have loads of bags of these, Will, so if you want some more, you can just have some.
What do you
These are really good.
what do you give it, Will, out of 10? I'm reading a 9.
I'm reading like a 6, like a fun.
Yeah,
out
I'm
of
reading
10.
a 5.7.
Well, fuck me, right?
Price is right, bitch.
$1, Dallas.
Fuck me, right? Clapping sound. Get on the sound.
I realized now that obviously I've just realized I can't hear the sounds on this.
Oh yeah, Ollie, welcome to the new board. the podcast has changed.
Those are significantly better than the bacon ones. They do not taste like shrimp scampi,
No, they don't.
but the collection of flavors is relatively pleasant. It's like savory lemon,
yeah,
like savory, mildly fishy lemon.
yeah, it's reminiscent of scampi, but it shares none of the similarities of scampi.
If you asked me to tell you what that flavor is, I would say like fish fry. I'm gonna give it.
It's a weird aftertaste.
I think that is a pretty average snack. I'm feeling positive side of average, so I'm gonna say 6.
Cool.
Okay.
While we're doing this, so I'm a man who loves me a hard iced tea, and I've been trying a lot of them over the past year.
Are we reviewing a hard iced tea?
And, I've discovered the best one, and it's one that my Lacey's good friend and my very good friend Taylor has been telling me for years. You got to try this one, and I've just always forget to try this one. But this is Crush It. I've been having Crush It the past couple days. My God, this is the greatest alcoholic beverage I have ever drank in my life.
I would like to point out, I've been hanging out with Alex for like 2.5 years, and I've heard roughly every 4 months, whenever he discovers a new brand of hard iced tea, this exact spiel. So this is
No,
probably
it's
going to be
over now.
surpassed.
It's over now. The race is over. I'll try more just to see, but it can't be beat. Crush It, and I believe this is a Saskatchewan thing. This is the greatest drink I have ever drank.
All right, well, let's
They
look
are
back at this in
pretty
4
good.
months
I
and
have
see
a
if
buddy
it still holds.
who I've actually known since elementary school who will crush it.
Yeah.
He's been crushing
he had
it
a
since
fridge
elementary.
full of them at his birthday party. And
I see why.
In elementary school.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
He's been
I've been
crushing
an
it since.
alcoholic for 20 years.
Okay, Ollie.
We're coming,
Oh yeah, moving on.
we're coming to the final. See, this chair is going. This chair is.
Oh, dude, you absolutely destroyed that
This
chair.
chair is not my friend anymore.
Ollie, that's two of my kitchen chairs have.
even know how.
Oh my God, Ollie, it's vertical. That's two of my kitchen
played
chairs
the
you've
sad trumpet
absolutely decimated.
If that was a graded ramp, you would not get a permit to make it.
My
Show it
guy.
to the camera. What you done?
My guy. It's
I do not think that got picked up on camera at all.
That's fine.
I do not think
so.
that.
I know it's not on my wedding registry, but
Oh
if
my
anybody,
God,
if anybody wants to
there you
buy
go.
me some,
That shows Dutch-
if anybody
justice.
wants to buy me some folding chairs for my wedding as a gift, go
All right, Ollie
right
is
ahead.
standing
So I'm
up.
just going to be leaning against the fridge for a little while.
Oh, you might as well sit on the chair now.
I can't. I've been,
So Alex, real quick, just sort of how? He's gonna fall off.
I think it was from the beginning when he was like running to.
I think he just needs to live with what he's done.
I am, and that's why I'm standing by the fridge. We're going to come to put the shine off me for a second. We're going to come to these final couple of items. These are like your classic schoolyard flavors. They're going to be the most popular. We're going to start with the one that probably is the least cheesy, but will look like something that's cheesy to you guys because it looks like a Hawkins cheesy.
Is it Monster Mash?
No, we're coming to that last.
Okay.
These are the knickknacks. So knickknack comes in two flavors. You've got the nice and spicy, which is not that
Knick-knack, how
spicy
do I
because
give
it's
it that
it's an English
Oh.
thing. The flavor I think would be most conducive to like to a tacky.
What?
A Taki.
Oh, I've never had one of those.
But it looks like a Hawkins cheesy.
Okay.
The other flavor of them is ribs and saucy, which is kind of like a smoky barbecue kind of
Ooh,
thing.
I think I'm
Okay.
gonna like that.
I didn't
Ribs
bring. I
and
didn't bring.
saucy.
I couldn't find the ribs and saucy when I was doing my search.
Dallas,
See,
your
I'm
ribs
a
and
saucy guy. I'm gonna like it.
They are not
And he's
a
got good
sauce-
ribs.
So we've got the nice and spicy ones, which are the orange flavors.
Did you say orange flavored?
No, they're orange. These orange color.
Oh, I was like orange flavored
and
spicy.
And they're called
Nice and spicy.
knickknacks.
Yeah, these are knickknacks. So these
This
are.
has got to be the most Britishly named thing ever.
I want to look at the bag.
Oh, I'll give this a
I think
try.
you'd like it, Alex.
I'll give it a try. All right.
I just want to look at the. Great for sharing, by the way.
Well, break me off a piece of that knickknack bar, brother.
Oh,
Okay. Not bad. I feel like everybody else is gonna like these a lot more than me. They're. I feel like I could get
Maybe
used
not
to
Will.
them. They're like a tangy cheese. They're like a tangy Cheeto, but it's almost too tangy.
I think it's great. Only having one.
Yeah.
Single.
It's like a hickory stick, but
One.
tangy.
Any more would be too much.
Let's see what Andrew Dice Clay
So
thinks.
these are called nice. Real quick, these are called nice and spicy.
That's not spicy. It's British
Are
spicy.
you saying these are? To be fair, even for the UK, we don't know why they're called spicy.
I feel like
It tastes
a more
zero spice.
appropriate name would be like
Nice.
sweet and sour.
Yeah, it's a sweet and sour flavor.
yeah.
Yes, 100%.
It tastes like a Chinese takeaway sweet and sour sauce
Yeah, I
in
was
the
about
UK.
to say, I'm not gonna lie, like Andrew Dice Clay is really gonna like these.
Okay, yeah. Now
I will say, if you belch, the flavor on the feedback is interesting. I'm
That's
not
a
saying try
weird
it.
thing to say.
But no, you've had that, the belchy, the
if I
flavor.
picture it as sweet and sour, I actually like it more.
It's all mental for you.
Yeah.
Picture it as a Dr. Pepper.
I'm a little bit disappointed because I thought I was gonna be getting something with like,
Really potent. No.
well, because the packaging is so aggro, especially for British people.
Yeah, they're a 90s snack, and they've not
Okay.
really changed their branding since then.
They've also got kind of a weird texture problem, which is like the Hawkins cheesy, which if you are not Canadian, you are missing out. The Hawkins cheesy is a corn
Hawk-Tua
Cheeto-esque
cheesy.
product
It's hard.
that will shatter your fucking teeth, and it's awesome. They are not crispy, they are crunchy, and I love them.
Will,
No, I
every
would-
time I go back, when I went back home, and also when my wife came to visit me in the UK, we have to bring my mum a Costco
Get that as a
36 bag
Yeah.
of Hawkins cheesies because she
As
had
well,
one.
you fucking
Next
She
should.
season.
had one
Next
bag
season
of them
we'll pull those
and
three.
Yeah.
fell in love.
Custom.
I don't like them, so I gave it
Really?
to her.
Okay.
I gave it to her as like a discard. Like, I'm not going to eat these.
One of them.
You like cheesy
We,
snacks? Do
my
you
wife.
want one? And she was like,
Two
"This is the
will be
best
a
thing I've
good
ever eaten in my
zihaha.
life."
Yeah, they're literally one of
three
the
could
greatest
be
snacks
maybe the
in
Tom
the
Hanks
world.
one.
What do we think?
And I will die on that hill.
I
These-
tried to look for one.
The
but I don't
texture
know.
No, I'll
of
do it, I'll
these is a
record it.
little bit too like.
These are my favorite part of the podcast, by the way, which is
Flaccid.
when I'm having a side conversation with somebody else quietly while the main conversation is going on.
What's that? Yeah.
Okay, Andrew Dice Clay.
Lacey's-
Andrew Dice
Lacey's
Clay
lit-
just said that the ingredients for this is exactly the same as sweet and sour sauce.
So knickknacks.
I'm gonna-
Do you have a marketing department?
You'll get Curry
Because
Brown
if you
these
do, call me.
Yeah.
We can.
You know, I
If you do
came
call
up with
him,
the
he can
idea
redesign the
first.
suburb you live in.
I was gonna give it a 4, but now that you just said sweet and sour sauce, I give it a 6.
I'd give it a solid 5.
I'm gonna upgrade the Scampy snacks to a 7, and I'm also gonna give those a 6.
Andrew Dice Clay gives it a 5.
So we're going to come to the last two. So I'm going to finish with the Monster Munch because I think they are the most classically English snacks.
I was gonna say I recognize them immediately.
There are also the Monster Munch Giants because it was cheaper for me to buy that than a small bag.
Okay.
These are
You have a small
these
bag.
are What's It's Giants that we're doing next. These are similar to the Cheeto Puffs.
Okay.
These are my favorite. These
Yeah,
are
can we review all the Canadian snacks next?
Yeah, I
make
stopped
Ollie-
at a Dollarama before coming over, not realizing this was a thing we were doing, and I brought a bag of Cheezos? Fuck me. A bag of Cheetos, a bag
What are
of
these
Miss
like?
Vicky's, and
What do they taste
8-pack
like?
of Twix.
Oh. All right, let's give it this a go.
they have a
So are
The
these
what's
cheesy?
it?
they're really cheesy.
Oh,
Okay.
bro.
Really
But
cheesy.
they have like a slightly different. They don't taste as artificial
Whoa, they're,
as like
whoa,
Cheeto
they're
Puffs do.
huge.
My dude, these are just okay. My initial reaction, they're Cheetos, but they're the like Cheetos Puffs co-op brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are my favorite.
I dig it. I really dig it. I know why you like these. I
I'd
get
rather
it.
have those ones.
Ollie is probably the only other person I've met. Maybe Will, I guess, since he brought the Cheetos Puffs.
I'd rather have Cheetos.
That prefers the Cheetos Puff to the hard cheesy.
I prefer hard cheesies. Hard Cheetos are a waste of money.
Yeah.
What about jalapeno Cheetos?
If they did a jalapeno
Those are
Cheeto
okay.
puff, it would be my favorite.
Those
thing
are my
of all
favorite.
time.
Yeah, these are okay. I give these 5.5.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Bro, I give these. This is a solid fucking. This is a 10, bro. This is great. I love these.
I think they're worse than Cheetos.
Yeah.
No offense. They're like a.
Oh yeah, they're not. They're inferior.
They're not. They don't have the thing Cheetos have,
Well,
where
it's-
they make me salivate after every single.
Yeah,
time
because
I
they don't have the
one.
same like artificiality to them. They don't have that draw in the
They
same way.
are very much a great explanation of the difference between North America and Europe.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
and the fact that I prefer Cheetos to those really shows that, like, yeah, that North American artificial flavorness of it. There's probably like a high fructose corn syrupness to it that I'm
Well,
preferring.
I honestly think that the Whatsits are like saltier. There's not like
Yeah.
as much citric acid.
But
maybe,
they
or,
don't
like
have
tang.
the flavor of the cheese. I know the flavor of the cheese in these is still not cheese,
Yeah,
but it tastes
Cheese.
closer to cheese than Cheetos, which taste like Cheetos.
they're also. It needs to be
Cheese, Gromit.
remarked.
Still
Kind
the
of
best cheese
closer
one.
to the color of cheese, whereas Cheetos are like nuclear.
Well, that's
orange.
the thing. Like you'll get the powder on your hands, but if I eat a bag of Cheetos, my hand is orange for
Oh, yeah.
3
Yeah.
days.
I'm like vaguely Watsit colored. I'm realizing.
Speaking of cheese, Ollie, give us your quick review of Wallace and Gromit and the Were Rabbit.
It came out on my birthday in 2005, so it came out on my 9th birthday, 20th February. Good birthday to have. It was a really good film. It was a mediocre video game.
I saw that in theaters.
Really?
Yeah.
Good movie.
Yeah,
You
it
were
was good.
born then?
No.
So your mom
Getting
saw it
born
in
in
theaters?
the state of Mississippi. Can we just pause for a second? What a crazy line to start a song with. Danny California by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Hey Will, where are you?
What
What podcast are you on right now?
So funny thing about
Anything
that,
else?
we never lifted the
Question mark?
barrier, bro.
Good pull. Jack it up.
But no, like the
Go
opening
ahead.
line to that song is "Getting Born in the State of Mississippi," and I just
Yeah.
gotta say, like,
No one gets
no one
born.
says that.
Oh, to be
Getting
fair,
born.
Dallas got born.
Yeah. Dallas got growed somewhere.
Dallas got growed.
Dallas, are you a fan of the chai peps?
I hate the chili peppers.
Okay, good. Moving on.
These are Monster Munch. So these are the giant ones. These are much bigger than they usually would be. They might not fit in a petite mouth as well. But these are pickled onion flavor.
Oh, I'm
It's
not
a
eating
good
that.
thing that I have a gaping
no, I would
maw.
say these are pickled onion flavor in the same way that Funyuns are onion flavored.
Okay.
Do I
I'm-
tag in Andrew Dice Clay for this one?
I actually love.
She's
pickled
gonna try it.
onions.
I was
try.
gonna say I also love pickled onions.
I forgot how much
They're
tang they
big
have.
too. They're chunky.
The mesh.
Alex, I think just the amount
These
of vinegar
are,
in these.
I need
could
to
marry someone
say,
with this.
Because you don't
ugly
like
as
ketchup or all
fuck.
dressed that much.
Ooh, is it?
This is an
They make
ugly
great wing-
looking snack.
rings.
Dallas, this is Dallas's favorite snack because it has an interactive component.
Yeah.
We got that tang to them. It's not really oniony that much.
Oh,
The Monster Munchie is a snack named after.
10 out of 10. I fucking love that.
Yeah, ugly
I
as
thought you
sin,
would.
but like I agree almost. There's like a 9 out of 10.
It's meant to be a monster foot. There's another flavor of them. There's actually 2 other flavors. I can't remember what one
So
of them
no
is.
wonder Dallas
But the
likes
other
them
one is
so
a-
much.
The other one is a yellow bag that's a roast beef
like
flavor. that tastes-
Roast beef flavor.
But the weird thing is it tastes too much like roast beef, if that makes sense.
It's like, it's just, it's like if Funyuns made like a dill pickle flavor.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
It's dill pickle without any of the dill in it.
Give me that.
Give me that.
It's like an onion pickle instead of a dill pickle, which I also really
Andrew
like.
Dice Clay hates
Dill
them.
pickle potato chips.
She
Yeah,
hates them.
that's like a 9.
Is that a 0? 2. It's a 2 from Andrew Dice Clay.
But yeah, these are pretty popular in the UK. These were big on the playground. I wasn't a big fan of them, so I avoided them at
yeah.
children's birthday parties when I was a child. This and party rings were probably the most presiding.
I think Andrew
flavors.
Dice Clay's rating has gone down to a 0 due to aftertaste.
Of all the, sorry, I'm ignoring you, Lacey. Of all of the snacks we've tried, I think that is the best one.
I would
That's why I wanted to leave
literally,
it to last. I thought you guys might enjoy
Wild.
it the most.
I would literally travel to London for these 2 snacks specifically.
Yeah, okay, so let's go. That's the last one, right?
See,
Yeah,
now
that's the last one.
that's a little bit crazy. I would not travel
So,
to London
let-
specifically for snacks when they have like a really, really good culinary scene, like with real food. But
a
like you
douche.
know, they're palatable.
So, Will, what would you say is your top snack and your bottom snack?
Oh, digestives easily are the top snack out of all of them. I was pleasantly surprised by the Percy Pigs. I don't know.
What, Percy Pigs?
Yeah.
Dallas, how about you? Top and bottom.
What's your bottom, Will, actually?
Oh yeah.
The bacon fries?
Probably the bacon fries. Those are pretty vile.
Yeah.
Top for me is what I just said. Bottom for me is the scampi fries.
Top for me is going to be the Percy Pigs. Bottom for me is going to be, out of the things I did eat, probably what are these ones again?
The knickknacks.
Yeah, the knickknacks, because the knickknacks were just kind of whatever.
For me, I think I mean I haven't been rating as we go along because again I know all these flavors. The top one for me is probably the Whatsits. I love Whatsits to the end. of the earth.
Whatsits is a close second for me.
Whatsits and custard creams are my favorite things. The bottom one for me is probably the Jammy Dodgers because I don't like them that much.
I think that's fair. I think the Jammy Dodgers clear the bacon snacks for me just because I wasn't actively repulsed. by
Yeah,
it.
but everything that we've tried today is something that I like enough that I will happily eat. Kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Andrew Dice Clay, top and bottom. Top is she likes the Whatsits as her number one, and then the monster. Oh, the still
Yeah.
worse is the bacon.
You can try
fries.
you can try the
Dude,
biscuits
they're
afterwards, but I don't
so
think they'll.
rank.
I'm gonna
They
stack
are-
on those later. Those are good.
Yeah, so thank you. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed a little bit of my culture.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, it's been fun.
right.
It's really great to just like finally have a place where the English can just share their culture with the
It
world.
really
you know,
is.
because the English have never really had a good chance to impose. Oh, sorry, impose. I meant share their culture with.
Join us on our more
Hey, real
exclusive
quick, what's the national dish of England?
of England. Most people say fish and
Beans
chips,
and
but
toast.
if you talk about the UK, it's usually chicken tikka masala.
Right. Okay.
But honestly, if I was talking about probably a full English or a roast dinner, I think
Okay.
those are the most quintessential English things you can have, and I've had so many of them while I've been back.
Sorry. Wait. What is so? UK is England, Scotland, and Wales.
And
And
Northern
Northern
Ireland.
Ireland, you
Northern
Protestant fuck.
Look, you can complain in. I'm not going to take a side in this. I'm not going to break the Good Friday
You
Agreement.
papist bastard, how fucking dare you?
All I'm going to say is both
You're
governments
gonna get
admit
us
to Northern
cancelled.
Ireland being under UK jurisdiction, but it's
As it bloody well should be.
Reverend Ian Paisley.
How dare you fucking imply otherwise, you
Well,
papist dog.
Fuck the British.
Fuck you,
Well,
man.
thank you for watching our mukbang.
Thank you for watching this on our Patreon.
British
Join us on
mukbang.
our OnlyFans where I make beans
Full
on toast
English.
naked.
Yeah. And make sure to like and subscribe onto Outsider Radio where we post this stuff.
And make sure you
Regularly.
save us anywhere you stream your podcast. Make sure you follow
We've
us
got
on
some
Instagram.
exciting stuff coming up.
We
Actually.
really do. I announced the D&D thing. That's going to be our next big project. Is we're going to
Yeah.
do a D&D.
So you're going to get more Will.
A lot more Will, as it's good to have because we love having Will Wallace around. man.
It's a big project that Will and I have kind of been working on behind the scenes for a while. And when I say Will and I mostly mean Will and I've been there making sounds at him.
Yeah, well, fuck you, Dallas and I are going to play more video games
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah, sorry guys, you do not get to be a part of the writing process for this because I don't want you to be.
That's fine. I don't fucking care. I'm not crying. You're crying.
Buy Alex a chair.
Buy me a couple of fucking
Yeah.
folding chairs.
Subscribe to get people
Yeah,
to subscribe to the Patreon.
so that I can buy some fucking folding chairs.
And I've been Olli Eldrick, and I'm sorry.
I've been Alex Lintz, and I'm pretty
Incensed.
schwasty.
I've been Dallas Outsider and I fucking love cheese.
I've been Will. Sure. I've been Will Wallace, and I think Full English would be a really good name for a show where people cook food British and naked.
I'll do it.
And over there we have Andrew Dice Clay. Thank you for joining us.
And this has been
Naked
anything
and a
else.
fry.
This has been Anything Else, the We're Whole Again edition.
Well, that's your fault.
Jesus fuck.
We're back to kissing.